right, so this is street soccer. If anybody that's played FIFA Street remembers that series as fondly as I do, it's not quite that. It's not super arcadey, but it's really well made, and it has, it's got all the regular FIFA physics, so it's a little bit more taxing. Like you really have to kind of fight for the possession of the ball, but obviously it's a lot easier to score and get the one-timers, and there's some pretty cool celebrations that happen. And it looks damn good. I've only played a little bit of this, but I've been enjoying this quite a bit. Okay, you guys know this is Let's Play and Chat, and this is where we can talk a little bit about that epic thing that just happened with Tom Kalinske on EP Live. Wasn't he fantastic? Loved talking with Tom. So, Tom, if you're still watching, thank you so much for being on the show. And if you've got any questions or comments, or if you guys have questions or comments, go ahead and ask them. Okay, who wants to have an EP game session to Rogue Core? Let's all buy it. That's from a fat chimp. If you guys want to burn your money like that, you guys go right ahead, right there. I never liked any of the FIFA games. I'm really not into sports games. This is from 76 Demon 67. Yeah, I know. I still like sports games. It's not the obsession that I have. Like the other sort of outlets and stuff out there that are just focused on sports titles, but I dig them. I dig the artistry, I dig the passion and the commitment to build something cool and the attention to detail. And there's usually something really, really hooky in all of, like FIFA especially, and NHL and the NBA games that gets me to come back to them. And I love checking in on these games. I don't have enough time to kind of play multiple seasons. As you guys know, I'm playing all the other stuff. But this is the thing that excites me the most about this year's FIFA. Fact from Wesley West, FS3 should be a buried treasure. What's FS3? What's FS3?
SF3?
FS3. Don't know. You got to spell that out. Question, what are your thoughts on the mobile Mario Kart having loot boxes, premium currency, and a $5 a month subscription from Dr. Gamelove? I think it's absolutely atrocious. I think that game is an abomination. I think that Nintendo should have looked at the market and completely veered in a different direction. It completely goes against everything that Satoru Iwata was talking about at GDC, where he was saying it's going to be a race to the bottom and we got to be fair to consumers and we have to charge them a price and deliver them an experience. This is greed. That's what that game represents to me, and it doesn't correlate with what we know of Nintendo. Of course Nintendo likes money, and of course they've made lots of money. But I don't think of Nintendo as this big greedy corporation that's trying to cash in on people's obsessiveness. And when you look at a game like that, that's what it seems to be tailor-made for. And quite frankly, the gameplay is not as good as I've only played it for 5 minutes, but I didn't like it. It's not as good as playing something on any other Mario Kart platform, and there's many great versions of Mario Kart to play. It pisses me off if you want to be you want me to be truthful, especially when we have Apple Arcade launching and we have the Google Play variant, Play Pass. There's two fine options for Nintendo to say, hey, you know what? Let's throw our marquee title into this equation and help bring up this. The idea of mobile gaming. Let's lift it up out of this quicksand that is this microtransaction loot box kind of reality that is pissing off so many game players out there. Mobile games when they first launched were awesome. They were incredible. You pay $2, $3, $5, $10. You get the whole game. And you could play it on the planes. And then this free-to-play garbage started to get in there, and it's really corrupted the whole experience. And, so, yeah, you asked me a simple question, and you have a long-winded answer. But it's especially egregious that Mario Kart Tour launches days after Apple Arcade. $5 a month for 100 games, or $5 a month to play a game that you probably have on tons of other systems in a better way. And they're going to try to hook you to unlock characters and... Okay. Question, why wouldn't EA move to an all-sports subscription game service? They will definitely do that. One price, free updates, never buy an annual game ever again. They are definitely going to do that. They have a subscription thing in the works. They are definitely going to try to do like the Origin, but it's subscription and it's all you can eat. I guess that's what Origin is, but they're also getting into streaming as well. So that's coming. that's coming to games. We're going to be paying monthly fees and having access to massive libraries. It's going to be, we're going to be able to download them, and we're going to be able to play them on the cloud in a streaming sense. And certainly sports games are going to be a factor of that, especially if all of the, all of the legislation starts taking effect with loot boxes and all of these different governments around the world say, no, what are you doing? You can't market these games to children and have gambling in them. Then we're going to see, well, we need to shift our whole financial models over to subscription-based content. It's all right. I had no idea EP is a live YouTube show that popped up in my recommendation. I saw Tom Kalinske was on, so I had to tune in. Thank you so much, Jeremy Rutz. We have awesome guests on EP Live, from video games, but also from movies and animation, and it's a lot of fun. We shoot Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in the Vancouver Film School Cafe in Vancouver at 390 West Hastings, and you can come and join and be a part of the audience, and you can watch the stream right here. GameCubes. I'm honestly surprised EA hasn't released their own console yet. I think the move is away from consoles. I think that's what we're doing here. Sticky Chronic Bud says, great EP Live today. Thank you so much. What do I think about the new trailer for The Last of Us 2 from Rick Savage? Oh my God, looks incredible. So much, cinematic detail and just the flickers of recognition and the sort of the emotional weight just passing across a character, they're not even saying anything. Like, it's cinematic to the nth degree, and it really shows that Naughty Dog has been learning and tweaking and improving. It took my breath away. I can't wait for the game. I'm excited as hell. Last of Us is one of the most special video game experiences I've ever had. It was one of the best I've ever had. And it's a lot to live up to make a game that's going to resonate in the same way, but I trust Naughty Dog. They're an incredible studio. So very excited. Greg Seward, how much Kleenex will you need to keep on hand during Last of Us 2? Yes. Yeah, it looks sad. It looks heavy. It looks like some really, it's all been heavy and dark in that game. This is for Victor. How come I don't see you at Fan Expo anymore? 76 Demon 67. I went last year. This year I was in Scotland for a wedding. I would have gone. I got some great invites to different things at Fan Expo this year. And had I not been with my family having a great time, I would have been at Fan Expo this year. Likely you will see me there next year. I've already been contacted about a couple things, which I'll tell you guys about soon. Luke Wolf, I wish 2K released another hockey video game. I thought they had the simulation better than EA. I'll tell you something, the competition is a good thing. I'm going to take a look at FIFA against PES 20. And I'll talk a little bit about the strengths and weaknesses of both titles. But the competition in this space was and is a good thing, and it's unfortunate that there are these licensing monopolies and companies sort of saying, well, this is all ours. We saw that when EA bought up the Madden rights and Sony got the MLB rights. When these companies are kind of fighting for that market share and working to build something incredible, it ends up being a win for us as gamers. All right, we've got two more questions, and then we got to wrap it. Vic, what do you think will play? Who do you think will play Batman in the new Batman game? Kevin Conroy. Well, actually, no. Roger Craig Smith in the Warner Brothers Montreal game, and he did an amazing job in Origins. I've been seeing some support for Arkham Origins, actually, since we started talking about it the other day. People coming out of the shadows saying that they love Origins as well. I love that game. I thought it was great. And I think Roger and Troy Baker did great work as Batman and the Joker, so I would love to see those guys come back. Abby Jameson gets the last question. What are my thoughts on Respawn's Medal of Honor coming to Oculus? I talked a little bit about that in the rundown. I'm excited to play it. Respawn is phenomenal. I would have preferred that to be a Titanfall announcement, but I'm super excited that EA is getting like a full-priced, full big game, like a AAA type of experience in VR. I'm psyched about that. So, and I love Respawn. They're amazing. Okay, last comment from Bono Edgy. Bono Edgy. Hey, Vic, much love from Saskatoon. Thanks for having Tom on the show. Been a long-time fan of your content. Keep up the awesome sauce, my friend. That is very sweet. You guys have all been super, super wonderful today. Thank you for tuning in. Big special thanks to Tom Kolinsky for coming on EP today, and thank you all for joining us. We'll be back on Monday with a new show for you. We are joining the climate strike here in Vancouver, as is the Vancouver Film School. So we won't be having a new show on Friday in support of more climate awareness. Which I think is a good thing. So if you can do that, I think you guys should do that as well. But we will definitely be posting some new content over the next little while, and we will see you all with a brand new EP Live on Monday. Until then, have yourselves a great time and play forever.